you make me more attractive, please?
Okay, I'm gonna stream in 3, 2, 1.
We did it again.
Everyone clap.
We're back.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Broadway Hit Points. This is session number 2 of season 2, the Sigil season. And playing, as always, we have with us Seth.
I'm Seth Christenfeld. I play Coker Dirtwood.
And Keith.
What's up? I'm Keith Varney. Play Bart the Basher.
And we have Sarah.
Hey, I'm Sarah Scanlon. I play Zinkadinka, the gnome artificer.
And Jamin.
Hi, I'm Jamin Nantakumar, and I play King Herbert Dank Oui'd.
And we will have a mystery guest star joining us later on in the game. So we begin here in the streets of Sigil. So we're in the maze. They have just killed the imp who sent them on their first quest. The imp requested that they get paralyzing mist and 2 spell scrolls of flesh to stone. They use the mist instead to kill the head of the night market, the bar guest who gave them the mist, and they have not used the stone to spell scrolls. After they got to the mortuary, they decided to kill the imp himself, and their tout, the kitsune, ran away. You may remember you were on your way to the mortuary because you had heard about a portal to Elysium that was behind Alicia's pantry. At this point, you're in the hive and you are lost. At one point, you knew that Alicia's pantry was in the opposite direction of the night market, but having lost your tout, and since every way looks up, you can't quite tell what to do. For the sake of comprehension, you are in a sort of square. The mortuary is to one side of you, and there are 4 paths, one up, one down, one to the left on the screen, and one to the right on the screen.
I'd volunteer.
Can I?
But I'm frozen.
Can I? You're still frozen. Can I see where Kitsune went with my tracker?
Yes, you can use the tracker to find out where Kitsune went.
All right, I'd like to do that.
All right. The tracker indicates that Kitsune went down.
All right. Well, I mean, I kind of got us into this mess. Sorry, guys. I didn't trust the imp. Something was weird about him. I didn't trust him. So
He was an imp.
He was gonna help us.
Yeah, you kind of
And
like
now he's dead.
everyone who's tried to help us, we've murdered and stolen things from.
We don't know where we are. We need help, even if it comes from somebody shady.
I don't even
so
know why
evil.
we're here or what we're trying to accomplish. We're just walking around murdering people.
Well, we were trying to accomplish all these tasks to get the imp to give us some information or some help. But now we're back at square one. Granted, we are not being attacked by anyone at the moment, but...
Wait 5 minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
How long until our friend here is unparalyzed?
You don't know. Roll a... let's roll an Arcana check.
Want to
Ooh, I have
roll?
good Arcana.
Remember what Wes said last week?
I think it's 12 hours. I rolled a 12.
That is true. You remembered that it was 12 hours.
Okay.
Are there
So
any people
Sorry,
walking
go ahead.
around near us? Can we see anyone, or is it pretty desolate?
It's pretty desolate right here. You do hear some noise coming off the sort of screen right area.
Is there anywhere we can go to take a rest? I am really not in good shape for the whole almost dying thing.
The only place you know about that you would remember is Alicia's pantry.
But we don't know the direction.
You know it's away from the night market. But you don't know
Are we
which
going
direction
out
the
with
night market's in.
again?
Okay. How far can we see in each direction? Like, can we see that there's buildings to the right and a big building to the left?
Yeah, about what you can see about 60 to 80 feet, about what this sort of map shows you. is all you can see. I mean, it's pretty
Okay.
foggy, it's smoggy, there's smoke everywhere, it's dark. You hear dogs howling, you hear glass breaking, you hear people screaming, but they seem to be a ways off. Like I said,
We want to hide in the mortuary for a bit.
I was gonna say that we could do that, or I could disguise self as the imp, and I could walk around and see if there's an inn or something around here where we could rest. But the mortuary is probably a good place to be. There's only dead people there.
Come on, I've already got.
And
rigor
probably
mortis.
morticians.
Why did we come to the mortuary in the first place?
Because the pantry was nearby.
Oh, nearby. Okay.
And the imp, and you said you would trade off the items at the mortuary, and the imp got excited about that.
Why are we in this parallel universe anyway?
Because we got bored.
Because we went into a portal
Oh, why did we do that?
that our king opened, I think. Right?
Because last
King
time I
opened
went,
that
I got
portal.
some really cool things, but now they kind of hate me. So
Oh, so we're basically just searching for cake and prizes?
And skeletons.
Great. All right, I'm in. Wake me up already.
I'm gonna make sure that I'm dressed up right now as the guard that I took the clothes from.
Oh yeah, you're
Last
gonna
time.
change. So what you took, he didn't have a shirt, but he did have some nice sort of pants on, and on those pants there was a sign. Yeah, there was a sign on the pants, a sort of insignia. Let me see. Give me 1 second. I can sort of tell you what that is. It is sort of a sun and a crescent moon against a night sky.
Okay.
Alright, so I
I'm
have
gonna
those on.
disguise self. I'm gonna disguise self as the imp.
Okay, and you're dressed up like the Leonin bouncer. Okay.
Yes. I'm just gonna like post up by like a wall, looking kind of shady but intentional.
All right. So, and you guys are just going to hang out here, wait for a bit. As you lean against that wall, I need you to you're immediately going to take let's see, 2 points of damage, and you come back and you notice that there are these black vines with thorns all over it and these deep black leaves, and you notice all over the hive this sort of thorny vines have gone everywhere. They cover almost every building here.
Ow.
So we can't get into the mortuary without getting rid of these vines.
The mortuary is mostly free of the vines. Yeah. But
Okay.
I'm gonna sit, not touching anything.
Okay.
Looking shady but intentional.
Okay.
Intentionally shady.
Yeah.
I mean, the
I
mortuary.
want to go over to
This
the
is sort of what
mortuary.
it looks like. You know, there's these sort of towers around it, and this big gate right in the center of it, that seems to be locked right now. This sort of huge, imposing structure. So you walk between the two, and there's a set of steps. There's these other buildings, almost like wings reaching out from it in all these different towers. And as you walk between these two buildings to your left and your right, you notice that there are these covered hallways that also go inside the mortuary, leading to whatever is in those chambers. There's steps up to a wide central door, and as you get to the door, it is locked shut.
Are these hallways open in any way, or are they like closed in?
No, they're closed
passages?
in. It's like it's sort of reaching its arms out.
Can I use my peephole ring to look inside?
Yes, you can. When you look inside, what you're going to see, let me get it. I will let you see the very beginning of this. So as soon as you look inside the front gate, you see a sort of giant great hall And you see doors on all four sides inside this sort of great hall area.
But I don't see anybody.
You don't see anybody there, no. It is, it's, again, Sigil has sort of a funny time, but it does seem like it is the equivalent of the middle of the night. Maybe in your world, it would be 3-4 a.m., but here it is 6 BP.
Unfortunately, I already used all my Misty Step, so I couldn't Misty Step through the door and open it.
I could bash it open, but oh no, I'm paralyzed.
I could Misty Step, or I could just... I'm dressed up as the imp. I could knock on the door and see if anything happens.
Cool, why don't you do that?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to knock on the door.
You bang on the door, and how long are you willing to wait?
10 minutes.
Okay. You keep banging. After 10 minutes, a figure comes down and opens the door. This is a very tall figure. It completely pale, has a sort of long cowl over it. It's inside a robe. You can only barely make out pieces of its face. And it opens the door and says, "Yes, what do you want? Why do you disturb the mortuary?"
I'm so sorry. I sent these people out here on a quest, and they just really screwed up this potion. Their friend is paralyzed, and I need what they have to give me. So do you mind if we just hang out in here, or I can just hide them in here for the night? They can get a rest, and then we can be on our way?
He says, "No, the mortuary is for dustmen and dignitaries only. Only dustmen and debtors are allowed inside the mortuary."
Then could you possibly point us in the direction of somewhere she could store us, like an inn or something?
The only person I could imagine would take ruffians is Alicia, the do-gooder. And he sort of points to what would be screen left, and he says, "Go that way and follow the path, and you'll find her."
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Well, that worked
Guess he
out.
doesn't like imps.
He says, "Don't come back unless you're ready to be a debtor."
Fine.
Well,
Debtor
gonna-
one who is in debt, or debtor or one who is more dead?
One who's lost, one who's in the dead book, one who is a dustman, one who's not meeting the lady, a debtor.
A dustbin without a
All right.
girlfriend?
Well, I'm not meeting a lady.
He sort of slams the door in your face.
It was worth a shot.
All right.
well, I say we
I'll
tally
leave.
ho to the left.
Yeah, let's go to the left.
All right, you guys go down this sort of alley here, and you continue to walk. When you get to the left, you notice there is another fork, one going up and one going down.
I'd like to point out somebody has to be carrying me right now.
Yeah, who is carrying you? Good question.
Aren't you big?
Yeah, I'm big.
I feel like we're probably just rolling him.
I have a tail.
Do you?
I will wild shape into a horse, and you can lean, and you can just sort of drape Bart over me.
That sounds so romantic.
Which way? Which way is he draped? This is just sort of laying over your back, yeah.
Yeah, perpendicular to me,
So Bart,
face down.
what do you see with your head as you look under the shape changed horse that is Gulker?
Hey, you ever seen like a hairy peach? Like, it
no.
looks juicy, but you don't want to eat it.
You
I'm
guys-
glad you don't want to eat me, Bart.
Do you go up or down at this fork?
Well, probably a little bit of both. Oh wait, no, sorry.
I'm feeling down. I don't know about y'all.
Down.
I'm a horse. I can't talk right now.
King Herbert and Zink move down as the horse follows, and you see below you this house. You have found Alicia's pantry. You know, because in front of it there is a sign which says, "Who are the leeches? The downtrodden who wish only bread for their children, or those who would force a parent to choose which child will go hungry?" And you have found yourself at what appears to be the outside of a food pantry. Here we go.
Socialism.
Yes. It is surrounded by razor vine on all sides, and the door at the front, it looks like razor vine has even grown up in front of the door itself.
Are there any instructions on the door or in the sign on how to get into this place?
You can see on the door there is a sort of menu. It says, okay, I can put you guys, yeah. It says, welcome friend, and it sort of says what you can get. And there's no prices, which would indicate that it is free. That there's breakfast and dinner and supper, all sort of different things. And it just seems that you found this sort of nice, this nice food pantry in.
I could eat.
We could all eat, but we don't know how to get inside because there's vines everywhere.
Well, there's the door is sort of here, and there's only one around it. There's thick razor vine, but it looks like just one little trindle of razor vine has snaked its way up into the door in front of the
Okay,
door.
so we could just like chop it. We could just chop it.
Bash it.
I don't want to touch it.
How high off the ground is it? Can we just step over it?
You could try. You looks like if you did a dexterity check, you could maybe sneak around it. And you could
All right, I'll
try
try that.
slashing it. All right, roll a dexterity check for me.
10.
You get through, but you take 2 points of damage. It sort of nicks you as you go around. You get to the door. The door is locked, but there are windows, and you can see inside, and you see sort of food and chairs and different stools and everything all over. Zinc has sort of made it successfully to here.
I knock on the door.
You're banging on the door. As you knock on the door, you see from behind the the counter, this red-headed woman comes up. She walks around and she opens the door. She has red eyebrows. You probably red hair, but most of her head seems to be shaved. She's got a golden nose ring in, and but she looks very sort of proper. And she says, "Yes, it's late, but how can I help you? I'll help you any way I can."
My friends and I are in really bad shape. We just need a place to rest for the night. We can pay you or give a donation to the pantry. We could really use a place to crash for the night.
Yes, come in, please. Oh, the razor vine, it grows so fast. I just cut it back this morning. Give me a second. She goes inside. She gets these sort of giant clippers, and she comes back and she clips at it a few times, and then it sort of falls to the ground. And you guys come in. As you walk in to the Alicia's pantry, she says, "Do you need some food, something to drink, something to eat? I'll give you anything I can."
Yes, please. All of the above.
Oh, you poor soul. What's wrong with him? And I'm sorry, no horses allowed. I just don't have room for a horse.
I'm a halfling again.
Oh.
And Bart is on top of you.
I shake Bart off
Paralyzed.
before I
You're
turn
welcome.
back to the person.
We've
we-
seen everything at the pantry.
He had a little mishap with some paralyzing potion. We just need a little bit of time for it to wear off.
Oh, ooh, maybe I could make something for you. Let me see.
Yeah.
I don't have any accommodations. I don't have any place to sleep, but put blankets down wherever you like. Feel free to take a rest. While you do so, I'll see if I can tend to your friend.
You're most
Thank you.
kind.
You guys all bundle up and take a rest, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, give yourselves a long rest.
Yeah.
When you come to, Alicia is over, has sort of propped your head up, Bart, and she's got this sort of steaming soup that's giving some sort of healing, ginseng smell into your nose, and your paralyzation seems to have worn off.
Hey, thank you for your magic soup.
You're still a little you're still sloggy a little bit, but
Thank you for your magic soup.
She says, yes, of course, it is my pleasure. It is my pleasure. Please, how did you guys get in this situation?
I don't know. We went through a
We
portal
walked through a
for
portal.
skeletons, and then Zinc killed everyone.
Oh,
I didn't kill everyone.
Just
I
most
didn't
of
kill
everyone.
Just some everyone's. There was this imp, and he asked us for some really strange things that seemed very dangerous, and we did not really understand why he was asking for these things. And so
We
we've run
killed
into
him.
trouble before, giving people things and then them using them against us. So we had to do what we had to do.
Then we lost our cat.
Oh no, that breaks my heart. Your poor cat.
Yeah, he was weird, but we liked him.
Would you like to put up a poster here? People put up posters for things they've lost all the time. I try to help them find them.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, of course, just do a little drawing of it and I'll put it up. Is this the portal, the unregistered portal that I've heard about from the Prime World?
No, not that one.
It's okay, dearie. You're safe here.
It was that one.
She comes and sort of puts a hand on you and says, "Oh yes, I'll hang that up right in the window." And she puts it on a board she has sort of in the window with lots of other things that have been lost. She says, "You are in great danger. The harmonium is looking for you. If they find you, I worry that you'll end up having to go to the governors, and without money to get a good advocate, it could be terrible. You could be sent to the mercy killers or executed."
Oh, dear.
Is there a portal? Is there a portal here that you know about?
Yes, the portal to Elysium. But it is behind my shop. I could take you there, and it'd be a great place for you to hide out until it dies down a little bit. But I don't have the key.
What is the key?
It's a fairy wing.
Oh,
We have a fairy.
there's one inside me right now. I was a snake for a while.
No, I bought a fairy. I have him right here.
So did I. Then I ate him because I was
you
a
ate him.
snake.
You should not eat sentient creatures. I welcome all, but you should try to love those out there. We need to practice kindness nowadays.
Usually he does. He had some issues at the time.
I needed to be a snake to get through a door. It worked.
I
Didn't
hold up
work.
my fairy and I say, "I got a fairy wing, and look, he's alive. We're not going to eat him.
Yes,
How do we get through this thing?"
come this way. This is perfect. But and she motions you to the back of the store, and she takes you around back. You go into a room that seems to be, there's a toilet in there, and there's 2 large sort of gallons of water. And she takes the water and she moves it aside. Beneath the gallons of water, there's a hidden trap door. She says, go through there, hide out in Elysium for a day or 2, and then come back here. By then, I'll have tried to find Rets and see if I can't help you from your harmonium situation.
Wait. So that the ferry went through me quickly. Which of these do you want me to poop in?
Well, there's not the water barrels. If you need to use the facilities, please use the hole in the floor.
The one that goes to Elysium?
No. No.
Is that the key?
Before you go,
I mean, technically, if the key is a ferry wing, it might work both ways.
I would recommend you use the live ferry that you have, go to Elysium and set the ferry free.
Then how will we get
really
back?
Quick,
The portal, this is a permanent portal. There are many kinds of portals. Some a shift, some are only temporary. This is a permanent 2-way portal. When you come back on the other side, the same portal gate should bring you right back here as long as you're holding a ferry wing.
Okay, so we won't.
So
let
we
the ferry
don't
go
want to
just
let
yet.
him go when we get there.
Well, it's just so awful to keep a ferry in prison. Maybe you could find a new ferry? But yes, it's probably
That's
true.
a great idea. We will find a new ferry. That's great,
A
and we'll
poop
make sure that he's
ferry.
well fed in the meantime. Yes, we'll do that
And
as
not
well.
eaten.
Hey, listen, real quick. Do you know this imp that was running around, or you have a lot of imps in this town?
Sigil is huge. You know, we don't all know each other. This is a very, I used to get that all the time. People would say, oh, I have a sister in Sigil. Do you know her? But, you know, there are hundreds of thousands of sentient creatures in this city. You'd have to give me more than just an imp.
So why would an imp need skin to stone and a paralyzing potion? What would an imp do with both of those things?
I don't know, but I will ask around. Hopefully by the time you get back, I'll have found an answer. I know many people that come through there. If anyone knows, where's the imp now?
Dead.
He's not.
They killed him.
He's dead. I
He's
killed
dead.
him. He tried to kill my friends.
Yes, I
tried to kill my friends.
understand. It is a dangerous place to hide, but we should try to love each other, and we should try to help each other and not murder each other.
I agree
100%
with
agree.
you.
Yeah, I think.
I will whatever you have to do to repent in this town. I will do that for the sake of the imp.
That does help me though, because if there's a dead imp around, then people will probably be discussing that. Where did he meet his untimely demise?
Right outside the mortuary, so he can just bring him right in.
Oh yes,
we did him a favor.
The mortuary does cater to the dead of Sigil, so that's nice.
We're very considerate murderers.
We're very considerate murderers.
Okay, by the time you get back, I shall have found information, and I'll see if I can get Rets here to help you out with your situation.
Why do you do all this?
Well,
for free. We don't even know you, and that you're out here running around the town.
Yes.
Are you really that kind?
I was born in the clerk's ward to a wealthy official of the Fated, which is one of the factions. You know, Sigil is run by several different factions. There are 12 of them, and all power goes through one of the different factions. The Fated believe that life is what they make it, that if they succeed, it's because they deserved it. And so they're usually the wealthiest. But when I became an adolescent, I started to rebel a little bit. That's when I shaved my head and I got this nose ring. And I learned that the source of my family's wealth was renting slums in the Hive. Many of them crashed down and several people died, and I was appalled. I vowed to undo the damage that he'd caused. As soon as he died and I received my inheritance, I renounced the Fated and I joined the Free League, the Free League is a faction, but it's really more of a philosophy. We believe that everyone should be independent. We are a faction that doesn't believe in factions. My sister and I both came here, and we opened Alicia's pantry. Of course, all the local merchants were bitter, and they complained I was hurting business because a charity kitchen. Oh, how devastating. You're not charging for food? No one's going to buy our food. They tried to drive me out, but I stayed here. I hand-colored posters and put them on every wall in the ward. And thankfully, the people of the hive, those that they call the sods and the Burks, the poor and the uninformed, stood up for me. And while a few of them still grumble, most of them have stopped bothering me.
I made you a new sign.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, you lovely, lovely creature.
I'm helping.
This is all so very interesting. Why would they want to harm visitors who come through the portal? We just came through this portal because we had a very
all portals
exciting
must be
quest
registered. The governors, the people that run the laws, they want every portal registered. And some of them anyone can use. Some of them they charge fees for, and they have to know all the keys to every portal. That's where the information is. Because in Sigil, we have no resources here. You may have noticed we have no farms, we have no water supply. Everything must be imported from either the prime material planes or from the outer planes.
Oh, so
Interesting.
how does a portal get registered if you don't you have to go through the portal at least once to then meet and talk and then register the portal, or does it all happen on the other end?
The lady can make whatever portal she wants.
Hearing about this lady, can you tell us a bit about the lady?
The Lady of Pain? Oh, you don't know anything.
That's a name to run away from really fast.
The Lady of Pain, she runs Sigil. Some people believe she created Sigil, and let's just say you really don't want to get on her bad side or you'll be mazed.
How do we get on her good side?
Stay never seeing her. Hopefully you never see the lady. If you see her, run in the opposite direction.
Does she doth protest too much?
I don't know that anyone who's ever heard her speak is still around.
All right.
Sounds hot. I like.
So what would be the most useful thing for this town when we're gonna hang out, we're gonna chill out for a day or two, and then we're gonna come back? What would be our next best move here?
Well, I mean, I can only speak. I hate to ask, but I did lose the last of my inheritance a long time ago, and I have to scramble for funds to keep Alicia's kitchen open. Any donation would certainly help me. In town right now, I hate the factions. I believe only in the Free League. I don't think factions help anyone. But I do know that several factions have been making noise about Judgment City and about Yen Wang Ye.
I don't understand any of those words, but I have money.
You do?
Yeah, have some monies.
How much do you give her?
Well, how much do I have?
You, right now, Bart, let's see. You have 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
You give them to her?
Yeah.
She says that leaves you completely broke. And she starts crying. She says, you don't know how many people this will keep from dying of starvation and thirst. You don't know how many lives you've saved.
Oh, well, you made me not frozen, so we're friends.
But when you do it, it sort of hurts you inside. Your were-rat nature is rebelling against it and is angry that you're helping these people. And you start to want to sort of bite her.
Oh.
Bart is stronger than the rat within.
Roll a Constitution check.
tail.
Let's see if you are stronger than the rat within. Roll a Constitution.
18.
Yes,
Bart is stronger.
you fight off the urge to bite her.
See, I didn't even bite you once.
When we go to Elysium, is there any sort of library or anything that we can do to study up on this place before we come back to do whatever we're here to do?
This portal leads to Elysium is a huge plane. It is the plane of ultimate goodness. And this portal leads to Principality, which is one area in Elysium. I know that there is a monastery, and I also know that there is a inn in Principality.
Is there a pizzeria?
What is
We
this?
should start a franchise.
What is this pizza of which you speak?
It's so delicious. You should give it to the people who come here. You know, I have a pizza place where they make pizza, and they give me money.
Oh, I'd be very interested to learn more about this pizza.
We'll talk about it when we come back.
It's
How about that?
round and delicious, and sometimes makes you sleepy.
Wonderful. It sounds like a great thing for all the poor, starving people of the hive. Your
really is.
pizza, yes.
This is great.
Well, thank you so much for your help, and we will be seeing you soon.
I look forward to it. Give me just a couple of days, and I'll have everything you need by the time you return.
Thank you.
You walk through the little trap door, and you come into this back area that it's hidden with so much razor vine you sort of can't imagine it. It's like 50 feet of razor vine all around it, and you're looking at the portal in front of you.
Present the wing.
I hold up the cage with the fairy in it. All right, let's all grab on. Everyone put their hand on the fairy cage so we can step through.
Next.
You walk through the portal. You have come to the plane of Elysium. You're in the plane of ultimate goodness.
It's pretty sparse.
Yeah, you know, I think there'd be snacks at least.
So
There's
peaceful.
not a lot of good in the world.
That's true.
Sheep are good. That's what I'm saying.
Sheep
Yeah.
are
Also
very
tasty.
good.
Sheep are the only good.
When you
Those two houses.
When you enter a landscape of wide rivers, lush forests, and fertile plains. Emerging from two standing stones, bright sunlight bathes you from a deep blue sky. Nearby, a river splashes along the banks. The opposite side is a forest with leaves in various shades and hues, as if spring and fall occurred simultaneously. Sheep graze upon thick, juicy blades of grass or lap from the cool, clear water of the river. Two shepherds watch over the flock, and you notice they are digging a hole in the ground and a body rests nearby.
Oh, who'd you kill?
Oh. Is that why the grass blades are so thick?
Oh, welcome, travelers, says one of the shepherds. I am Morn. And the other one says, I am Rion. Have you lost your way?
Kinda. I don't know what we're doing.
Oh,
We needed a place to rest for a few days, and a really nice person through this portal here told us this would be a nice place to hang out for a little while.
oh, well, I'm so glad you're not following or associated with that foul creature who passed through here not but maybe 12 hours ago.
Oh,
Who?
Foul
Who's that?
creature.
What?
Yes, this noble knight, and he points to the body, and you notice it's a young sort of human male. Now, you've never seen a human before, coming from Sigil. A human is kind of like a dwarf or an elf, but with all the interesting parts removed.
sounds all right.
This human has chainmail armor and a longsword, and his cloak has the mark of a sun rising over a crescent moon. He says this foul creature, this noble knight, was on his way to Sigil to visit a friend when this gnome stepped through. His head was half gears with a mechanical left arm and a left leg that ended in a wheel. He immediately raised his arm and threw this red spell ball at this knight who erupted in flame. And then he ran before we could reach him and tell him that a good deed is far better than an act of evil. Only good deeds will bring peace to humanity.
Did he say what his name was by any chance?
Do we need to ask?
No, but he was with a dwarf who was traveling with him, and the dwarf was trying to stop him.
I don't know. How did he get out of the cage?
What did this dwarf look like?
He was an old man with a very long white beard and seemed very sort of strong and fit.
Zink, I thought I told you to take care of Doc.
He was so taken care of. Let me tell you, he was so taken care of that I am shocked and dismayed.
We were all so satisfied with that. And then...
How did he escape? Hey, dude who's burying this body. Did you say anything to this guy? What? Did he say anything to you? Why did he kill this knight? Where did he come from?
We were tending our sheep way over there, and he points over to another field. When we saw the knight had seen us, we spoke to him, and then as he went to the portal, we just went back. We saw this sort of flame erupt, and we ran over. But by the time we got here, this gnome and this dwarf were running away from us. The gnome was very fast with this sort of wheelie leg he has.
Guess we gotta get to a murdering. Which way did he go? Let's run.
Well, he went to the inn, and you see this inn and there's two buildings down the river, but there is only one path to get there, the path of goodness.
Let's go burn it down by being good.
How did they get to the path of goodness? With such evil?
How'd they get through the path?
I'd wondered that myself. My only guess could be that the dwarf who was trying to stop him must have somehow let them get to the inn.
Interesting.
Let's go to the inn.
Can I take a sheep with me?
Bart starts running.
As you start running, he says, "Yes, of course. Have a sheep. Are you borrowing it?"
Sure.
As long as
we can say that.
As long as you return it.
I'm a king. I'll knight it.
Another lamb,
be a lord.
Slips into the river right past you, Bart, and the lamb is pulled away by these strong undercurrents and bleats in terror.
Oh no! I will save the lamb.
Oh, how do you save it? You jump in the water?
Well, yeah. I mean, if I can't reach it with my tail, if I can't bash it out of the water, how? Tell me what you're gonna do. Well, I think I would try to sort of, you know, like a baseball bat, and if the thing was going, and I just try to knock it out of the water with my tail.
That's what you're gonna try to do?
Makes sense to me.
All right, roll it to hit.
All right. Shoot, where's my character sheet? It is a 16.
Yeah, you successfully hit the sheep, and now you're gonna try to like knock it back onto the land, correct?
Yeah, like the nice person doing good things that I am.
Okay. Roll a dexterity.
Okay. 10.
You hit it, and it's sort of like comes up against the lamb, bleeding with now a huge sort of broken rib. It's not going down the river anymore, but it seems to be bleeding worse than ever.
My sheep.
No. I need to bash it better.
What did you?
Oh no! Don't bash the lamb anymore.
Maybe just stop, Bart. Quit while you're behind.
Flashbacks of Simone.
I don't remember.
That wasn't us.
Oh.
But somehow, somewhere, I remember it.
Well, then let's. Well, yeah, I gotta. Well, I need to use my special one with the light. Maybe the light will heal it. I've renamed the Soul Forager, whatever it was, the light of Bart's heart. So maybe that will save it.
So tell me now what you're gonna do.
All right, so I'm gonna try to bash it with the light, the healing light of Bart's heart.
Okay, great. A funny thing happens as you do this. Let me just make sure that I'm right on this. Yes. Okay, great. Go ahead and bash it.
Okay, I got 19.
As you bash, the radiant damage is amplified in Elysium because you're in a neutral good radiant plane, and the sheep just explodes in a radiant burst of light, blood and haunches and sheep parts flying all over and hitting everyone. And the shepherd says, "What have you done? What have you done?"
It's not
He has
drowning
spread
anymore.
love.
It's no longer drowning in the river. We're drowning in it.
The inn seems like it's gotten further away from you.
No. What you don't understand is this is actually to help starving people in our realm. We're going to take these scraps of tripe
That's right. We met a
and-
lady who wants to feed people.
and meat that we will bring back, and the sheep will have died for a noble cause to feed many starving people.
Wait, it died?
Do you are you seriously going to do that, Herbert? King Herbert?
Appeal and say that from this death we can make food?
Well, no. Are you actually going to bring this food back to Alicia's pantry?
I think I have to now.
I'll start putting
So-
it in my pockets.
As you do that, the inn seems to come right next to you. In fact, you are now almost right up to the inn. And
did it!
And now I have a sack of bloody sheep meat.
the shepherds are sort of far away, but you hear them yell, "That's wonderful! We're chaotic good!"
If you have any more sheep who need rescuing, I'm ready.
But as you get
Maybe let's save the rescuing for another day, Bart.
as you get to the inn is on fire. It's burning, and sort of the roof's falling down, and several of the walls are sort of caving in. It's sort of horrible, all this stuff that's happening with it. And running out of the inn, you see Blunt Stonerman, your old bodyguard.
Oh no!
Blunt!
Are you all dead?
I thought you were dead.
That
I
means
was
you're
just
dead.
frozen.
I
How are
don't
you
think
here?
we're dead.
What is happening? How did you get here? Where's Doc Chainmore?
I was by the river. I was speaking to these gentle, overly gentle saccharine beings when Doc Chainmore appeared. And then he concocted this plan. Next thing I know, he's trying to kill everything in sight. And last thing he did was throw fireballs at this inn. And I just... After I impaled myself with that sword, I realized I needed to turn a new leaf, and I just wanted to do good, especially in this land where everybody seems to be doing good, and he just left. And now I need to get these people out of the inn. But I can't do it alone.
I'll help.
Thank you.
I charge into the inn, trying to bash people out of it for their safety.
When you charge into the inn, it's burning, and you can see that from one of the rooms, you hear sort of screams happening inside the room.
I will charge towards the screams.
You gonna knock the door open?
Yeah.
You knock the door
I'll
open.
take a moment just before that happens to clasp Blunt's hand and say, "Are you with us?"
Third level create water, followed by cantrip shape water to basically make a fire hose.
Oh, Coker helping people. How strange.
And what are you doing, Zeke, during all this?
I think I'm building the deadliest Eldritch cannon I've ever built, and my eyes are starting to glow red, and I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit.
Bart,
Nice.
you're going to take 4 points of fire damage as you run into this. Also, I need you to roll a strength check.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, 13.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. So you pick apart all this wood, and with you, Seth, putting out the fire, several people start to wander out. There is a lady that wanders out of the fire. There's a sort of glowing ball of light. There's a little halfling, an Asimir, and another old friend, a winged elf, comes out that you would recognize as Neoptolemus, the reverend in Khorasad's of Temple Corellian. And he says, "Hello, hello, my friends, you saved us."
Did you used
What
to have
happened
wings?
here?
No, I did not used to have wings. Of course, when I died, when Khorasad's flooded, it was quite unexpected. I was in my temple. I was just there doing my thing, and suddenly water was everywhere, and we were all drowning. I don't know how that happened,
Right.
but of course.
So
Talk to the
so
king.
people who've died can be in this plane? Is that how this is this like heaven? Is this how this works?
Well, yes. When you die, what happens is there are 3 types of people: mortals, petitioners, and planers. When a mortal dies, they go to Judgment City. And in Judgment City, Yen Wang Ye, who oversees it all, they determine where they're going to go. They are petitioners then. This young fellow here, and he points to the old dwarf, was a petitioner who must have come from Judgment City, but you're not a planar or a prime, so you must be still waiting to be judged, I assume.
The system is broken. I've been waiting for days.
Oh.
We're not even dead.
Well, yes, occasionally prime people do come here, but normally when you die, you go there, they determine which plane you should go to, and you have 2 sort of people arguing for you, 2 advocates, and one of them tries to say you're the lowest life form, like this, and he points to this glowing ball of light, and he says, "That was once Duchess Daphne."
What happens if you die in Elysium?
Aw.
Duchess Daphne was sent to Elysium, but of course, she's the lowest life form here, an Archon. How high they fall, even great kings and duchesses might end up as just glowing wisps of light. And he sort of flaps his wings by saying this.
Boy, meeting us has a very low survival rate.
I remember now. I remember where Doc Chamor is headed.
Where?
Let's go kill him.
Do tell.
Yeah. Let's kill him
I don't
harder.
know. I don't quite remember yet how to get there, but we were trying to take some sort of shortcut around this Judgment City. And then
Judgment City
this
is like
inn
my
appeared,
family's
and then we got
Thanksgiving.
distracted by the inn.
So there's a
Herb?
portal?
So if you are a mortal, everyone who dies, you are sent to Judgment City. Unless you are a planar. When you die as a planar, you are immediately sent to if you die in the plane you're on, you're immediately reborn. If you die on another plane, your soul is lost forever. And if you are a petitioner and you die, your soul is also lost forever.
So the sheep I rescued is still alive?
Oh, you were in the Beastlands.
I was in the river.
Oh, yes, well, there's a river in the Beastlands, many rivers.
Yeah, and then I smushed it, and then we were going to eat it, but I guess it's going to be okay? Does it come back?
Well, sure, yes. If you killed a sheep in the Beastlands and that sheep is a plainer resident of the Beastlands, they would be reborn there. Yes, of course.
Something like that.
We can smush all the sheep we want. They're fine.
How would we get to the Judgment City from here?
Oh, Judgment City is in the Outlands, which is a land that surrounds Sigil, but not one of the plains. Sigil is on top of this sort of infinitely tall spire. And at the bottom of it, there's the Outlands, which is a bit of area that doesn't belong to any plain, but there are different sort of cities and places there, and Judgment City is one of them.
What's the spire on?
The spire is at the bottom of the Outlands, but it's infinite in the middle. The bottom is at the Outlands and the top is at Sigil, but the middle is infinite.
I feel that's more and more true as I get older.
Did you see what way this there was a guy with a wooden wheel leg, probably the same guy who turned this place into fire? See which way he went?
Yes, he went down the river and he seemed to turn down the river towards a waterfall.
What's on the other side of the waterfall?
I don't know. I'm not even, this isn't my plane. I was reborn in Aboria, where Corellian lives. When you devote your life to a god, see, you come back as a higher life form because that god sends someone to advocate for you at death. So I came back as this beautiful Elvariel, and he sort of flaps his wings. It says, and of course you're allowed to keep your memories. But my daughter, Amphitrite, do you remember her? You saved her. She passed away right before the city was flooded. It was a sad, rare disease. My granddaughter, the half-orc, and her orc father still survive. But my daughter
We'll take the
died.
boat. We got a couple days to kill. I say we
her.
go on this
From
little...
Aboria, I crossed through the Beastlands on the river Oceanus, and I came here to Elysium. And once I was here, I realized I'd found perfection, and my desire to do anything other than live a peaceful life of goodness here simply disappeared. But if you see my daughter Amphitrite anywhere, please tell her that I am in Elysium.
Cool.
Would you like to write her a note?
Yes.
I'll take a note and carry it with me just in case,
Yes, he grabs some sort of some burnt charcoal and writes this sort of letter to her, gives it to you.
If
So
we
we need to
find
go
her, I will
downriver,
give this
right?
to her.
Everybody grab a sheep. We can ride downriver over the waterfall.
Well, there is a boat.
Let's take the boat.
I hold out the bar.
I'm taking a sheep. I'm sure they float, right?
The sheep are sort of far away. The shepherds are now back
On land.
the portal gate. Do you want to go back there to where the sheep were?
No. Wait, but I have to do something bad to get there?
The path here, if you do good, you can go anywhere you want with just a thought, anywhere in Elysium. But you have to do good deeds to get there.
Wait a minute. We just rescued this the thingy that was on fire. That's a good deed. Can't we just go to where Doc Chamor is? Because we did something good?
Yes, by doing good deeds, you can get there. If you want to go to the waterfall, all you need to do is think it.
I think it.
Are you?
The thing is, we don't know this waterfall, and if we just think waterfall, we might all end up at different waterfalls.
The waterfall where the wheelie guy is.
Are you in the boat or just on land?
I can do it with my on land with my brain. My brain is so powerful, guys.
All right. You all sort of, space sort of warps around you, and you all suddenly are in water by a waterfall. You are sort of floating in the water around this waterfall.
Going to
Doc
use
Chamor is in a boat.
one of the flesh
and
to
you're
stone
there
spell
too.
scrolls.
Blunt Stonerman, and Doc
That I
Chainmore
have
is in a
on-
boat in the
on him.
middle of this sort of clearing.
Oh, hi, Doc.
I bash him.
Small fact.
He looks just miserable. Well, how are you going to bash him? You've got to get to the water first.
So, am I in the water? Is that what's
Yeah,
happening?
you're in the water around this. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then I will. I will
And
use
leave
my
Zeke.
tail like a flipper, and go through the water.
All right. You grab to the side of the boat. What are you guys doing? What's everyone doing here? Ooh. Okay. Okay. You also hear the loud baying of dogs while you're there, all around you. Okay, so you're going to try to use a Flesh of Stone spell stroke. You're going to try to whip him. Zink, you immediately go to the bottom of the water because of all your armor and stuff. You just sort of fall down. And what are you going to do, Seth?
I'm going to
That rolled a 1.
swim over to the shore.
Okay.
18.
Which shore?
This western shore here. That's off to my left.
You notice these dogs all over as well, and they're sort of baying. These dogs look oddly human. They have these sort of human faces. Instead of paws, they have sort of hands, and they're sort of baying at Doc Chainmore. We're sort of yelling something. Okay, I need now everyone to roll initiative. Including you. Oh, wait, real quick. What are you going to do, Blunt Stonerman?
I follow Coker.
You're going to follow Coker? Okay, great.
For sure. I don't do well in water.
All right. Yeah, let's have everyone roll initiative.
15.
Okay.
9.
Okay.
6.
15, 18, 9, and 6. Give me 1 second. Great. Okay. Here we go. Great. Yeah. 15. Who got 15?
I got a 14.
14. Who got 6?
Me.
Okay, great. Who got 9?
Bart.
And Zink, what did you get?
15.
15. Okay, great. Okay, great. All right. So Zink, you're going to have first here. So the first thing that happens is you immediately fall down into the water as well. You're sort of sinking through. It's 30 feet deep, and you sink to the bottom, and you can't breathe.
Okay. Can I Misty Step to the shore?
Yeah, I think you should be able to do that.
Or can I Misty Step onto the boat?
Let's see. Can you Misty Step onto
I don't know how far I am from the boat versus the shore.
Misty Step is you're 30 feet from the boat. You can do 30 feet the unoccupied space. Yes, you could Misty Step right up to the boat.
Onto the boat, so I'm not sinking anymore.
Yep, you can do that.
All right, I Misty Step into the boat.
All right, and you're gonna have one more turn. That no, that's your whole action. All right, so you Misty Step onto the boat, and then what are you going to do, Colker? You successfully swim the 30 feet out to the edge, and you see that the moon dogs. You notice that they're sort of pointing and yelling at Bart at this point, but one of them turns its eyes to you and is sort of facing your way.
Okay, 1 second. I don't have any sort of talk to animals type of thing, do I? I can just, if I wild shape into one of these things, could I talk with it, or do I not? Or does wild shape not include knowledge of their communication method?
Wild shape would not necessarily include talk of their knowledge of their communication. But you would be able to talk dog, so they might speak dog. You wouldn't know, if they speak some other language as well.
Okay. Can I speak dog without wild shaping?
No, I don't think that's a language.
Okay.
Unless you are that creature.
You can only talk to your dog. Like, I can't talk to all cats. I can just talk to my cat.
Gotcha.
We understand each other.
Okay. Then I'm going to get myself into sort of a fighting stance, but not actually attack it, because I don't want to attack these guys if I can help it.
Okay.
We're not certain that the dogs are hostile.
You're getting ready, basically.
Yeah, but we're not certain that the dogs are hostile yet, are we?
I would say you are not certain about that. Exactly.
Okay. So I am not going to attack the dog yet, but I am going to prepare to defend myself if need be.
Okay. Okay. Now it's Doc Chainmore's move. Doc looks at you and goes with these sort of looks at you, Zink, who's just appeared on the boat, and he goes, Zink Gadanka. And his eyes look sort of sad. And he says, and he takes he takes his arm back to attack you with this sort of he takes his arm back to attack you. You notice he doesn't have any weapons, and like Blunt Stonerman, rather than wearing the armor that you last saw them in, they're wearing these sort of robes with no armor class. But he does take a fist back, and he goes to strike you. As he goes to strike you, it gets through, and it knocks you, doing 14 damage, and it knocks you back into the water where you start to fall again. And as
he got through my 18 armor class?
Yeah. Well, he has a +7. He has a +7 on
brutal.
his. See, he still has his prosthetic arm though.
Damn.
Right. You fall back through the water, but as you do it, you hear him scream in pain as soon as he hits you.
Did I make it to the shore with Kolker?
Let's find out. Bart, you will make it, yes, but Bart, you're next.
Okay.
You have sunk to the bottom as well. You're now 30 feet below the boat, looking up at it.
Who, me? I thought I was hanging on to the boat.
So you started to sink, and you're gonna try to hang on to it with what?
With my arms or tail or whatever.
Let's roll a dexterity check.
6?
No, you're at the bottom. Your tail sort of tries, your arms don't get it, your tail sort of hits it, but it turns over, and as it goes, the tail just sort of flops like that.
Huh. Well, that's no fun.
So you're at the bottom. You can see the sort of slope rising on either side, and you can see the shore sort of rises up maybe 10, 20 feet away.
Okay. Yeah, then I don't think I have much of a choice other than to climb out of the water.
Yeah, so you make your way out of the water, and you get next to another moondog. This moondog sort of turns and looks at you as well.
Hi, doggy.
That's how you communicate?
Yeah, I'm going to speak dog to it.
Okay. And what are you trying to communicate?
What's up, buddy? You want to kill that guy with me?
Okay, good. Now it's Blunt Stonerman. Yes, Blunt, you do in fact make it to the shore. I've got to find your picture. Where is it? It's way down here at the bottom. You do in fact make it to the shore, Blunt, and as you come up, you notice that Kolker is in this sort of fighting stance, and there's this weird sort of moon dog looking at him. What do you do?
I see. Did the oars in the commotion? Did those oars sort of fall off the side of the boat?
As the boat tipped, one of the oars started to drift away.
Okay, so I reach and grab one of those.
Okay.
And I notice that Zinc is sinking.
Uh-huh.
And so I try, and so I use Zinkadinka is sinking, and I reach as far as I can with the oar to try to give her something to reach.
It's too.
In an effort to pull her out. It's too far.
It's too far, but you can sort of put it in the water towards her.
I put it in the water towards her.
Okay, great.
More like Zinka Sinka.
Zinka Sinka.
Okay. One of these moon dogs now, the one who's talking to you, Seth, he looks at you and his eyes sort of look up and down, and you feel yourself being scanned. And the dog's eyes turn red and says, in your head, you hear him say, evil.
Oh.
Okay.
There are two other dogs on the shore. The two other dogs, you can now hear them baying. And at this point, you can hear in your heads that they were saying to Doc Chainmore, you must leave Elysium. That's what you can sort of hear them screaming. And then the dog at you, Keith, also looks up and down. I need you, let's see. You have done some very good deeds right now.
Yeah.
You are a were-rat, though.
But I overcame it. We all have goodness and evil within ourselves. We have light and we have dark. It is whether we let the light rise.
You overcame it once, and you do run a drug empire.
I run a pizza empire. Bart has no idea that there are drugs involved.
Pizza empire that you offered to a lady trying to help the homeless of Sigil, which will likely keep them all addicted.
The thing is, how much does Bart actually recognize that it's a drug empire, as opposed to legitimately thinking this is a pizza empire?
No, and
I obviously know it's a drug empire. But...
No, that is 100% true. Bart has no idea that there are drugs involved in the pizza.
You ate 7 pizzas once and were addicted.
But I ate vegetables that were tasty. Bart has no idea there are drugs involved. Bart is very anti-drug.
I'm going to do it on a roll. All right. He looks at you, his eyes go up and down you, and they flick red, they flick green, they flick red, they flick green, and then he just looks away.
I pet him.
True chaotic neutral.
All right,
do you pet him or do you bash him very softly?
No. This isn't a love bash. We're not at that stage in the relationship yet.
Zinc, you see an orb.
Just rolled well for persuasion.
Wait. I think I have to go.
Oh, did I not let you go yet, Herb?
No.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
But I was gonna do this. I was gonna do the scroll.
Oh, hold on. Great. Yes, thank you. I need to actually.
Of course.
I need to edit this to get you in for a second. Okay, great. So yes, go. You're gonna do spell scroll. Go ahead.
All right. Well, so all right. There's this. This is a very long description. This spell scroll. Okay. Basically, so attempt to turn one creature that you can see within range into stone. If the target's body is made of flesh, the creature must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it is restrained as its flesh begins to harden. On a successful save, the creature isn't affected. A creature restrained by the spell must make another Constitution saving throw at the end of each of its turns. If it successfully saves against the spell 3 times, the spell ends. If it fails saves 3 times, it is turned into stone and subjected to the petrified condition for the duration.
Okay. All right.
Successes and failures don't need to be consecutive. Keep track of both until the target collects 3 of a kind. Okay.
All right. So I take it you're going to try to use it on who? On Doc Taymor?
Doc Taymor. He has flesh on him, right?
He does. He has lots of flesh on him. Yes. All right. So let's go ahead and see if you can do it. He's got to make his Constitution saving throw. And he got an 11, and his Constitution is, let's see, +2. That brings him to a 13. That is not good enough. It's a DC 15. His flesh starts to harden around him. All right, and you're not sinking. You're actually sort of on the boat doing this to him.
Yeah. Now can I jump down into the water, or do I have to wait?
No, you could do that and move up to 30 feet.
Great. I'm gonna go into the water. Oh, but you know what? I need to take this moment to don my cape of the manta ray.
Right. So you're gonna take this moment and don the cape of the manta ray. Okay.
I'm coming for you.
Zinc, you are falling through the water. You see this oar sort of headed out to you, and you see, I think, the feet of King Herb, sort of splashing.
Okay. Can I? Is this oar in range? Like, can I grab for it?
Yeah, it will help you if you get it. It's gonna since he's doing a help, basically, it lets you move much quicker to the shore.
Okay.
So it's
gonna try to grab that.
All right, so that lets you move sort of 40 feet. So you get right up to him on the shore underneath the waterfall.
I will.
You still have another action left.
I'm gonna wild shape into a dog.
Okay.
An ordinary dog.
He's turning to stone.
And because, as is well established, all dogs are good, I am thereby no longer evil in its eyes.
Are any of those dogs?
All dogs are good boys, and
yep,
as we also know,
that is,
all dogs
staring
go to heaven.
right at Kulker.
I will become.
And his eyes are flashing red.
A golden retriever.
Do I have speak to animals? I don't think so.
Golden retrievers are absolutely the goodest boys and girls.
I am going to.
I gently approach it, wagging my tail.
I'm going to pull out some of my ration.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to toss it to the dog.
You toss it to
I'm
the
basically
dog.
Odie right
okay. It's up to you, Kulker. What are you gonna do? The dog's eyes flash red and it said evil at you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's a good boy. Good boy, Kulker.
What sort of dog are you becoming?
What's the goodest
A dachshund. A dachshund.
Golden Retriever's the goodest dog, probably.
And do you move closer to the moon dog as you become a golden retriever? I imagine your tongue is sort of hanging out too, and you're this. Yes, very cute.
No, that's definitely the gif everyone's gonna save from this.
Doc Chainmore has to roll a Constitution check again. This one fails also, so he gets closer to it, but he still has some moves now. Even though he's sort of coming up, it hasn't quite yet gotten there, and he throws towards you, Zinc, a little red ball and Blunt Stonerman. And the ball explodes in front of you, And let's see how much damage this does. Okay.
Got some moves like Tamor. He's got some moves like Tamor.
Yeah. So
I can't deflect it with the oar, right?
you want to try to like hit it like a baseball?
Yes, back at the boat.
I'll let you have a reaction on that. It's gonna be you're gonna have to roll very high though. I'm gonna warn you to try to knock this back. Sure. Give me a dexterity.
15.
Nope, not good enough.
Okay.
This fireball erupts around you. I had 18 as your thing, and it does 8d6 fire damage. Let's see how much that comes up on you guys. All right.
How much does my suit radiate back?
Oh, great question. That is a magical spell. It's gonna do 24 damage, and Zinc, your suit reflects back. I think it reflects 10% of the damage back on the attacker. So he's gonna take 2 damage from that. You are gonna take 24 damage. Okay, hold on. Which brings you down to 14. And Blunt Stonerman, you are down to 1. You're just like barely alive as this goes on. You're not quite gone, but your robe is on fire, your beard's on fire, your hair's. It's very bad for you. If someone doesn't save you,
I jump in the water. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Otherwise, your life and your afterlife.
I jump in the
over.
water.
Oh, hold on. It's not your turn yet.
Oh.
Herbert, it's your turn.
I'm gonna now that I have the manta ray cloak, I'm gonna swim under the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And do I have? Oh gosh, do I have anything sharp? How sharp is my boomerang?
Oh, it's very sharp. It has like a razor on it.
Great.
Razor
I'm gonna use it. I'm just gonna start hacking holes in the bottom of the boat.
All right. Roll it to hit.
On my boomerang?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 15.
Yeah. You are able to get 2 actions on that. So you get 2 big good holes in the boat, and bubbles start to put up where you have the holes. And those of you on land see sort of water start to sort of shoot out. A little fountain happens, and then it's sort of going around the boat itself. This is going to be very interesting. Okay, Bart, what are you doing now?
Okay.
And Moondog has turned away from you back towards.
All right, good doggy. All right, I am going to use the special new ability of the light of Bart's heart, and that is to
Did he
use
just
it
jump in
as
the
a
water
ranged
if he's on
weapon.
fire?
Okay.
And hit Tamor with it.
You're going to throw. You're gonna throw your sledgehammer. Is that what you're saying?
It says right here.
Yeah, your storm charger. Yeah.
Yeah. So it has a hurling as if as a thrown property, and then it's a range attack.
Yeah, you've got a normal
I
range.
can cast spells with it, but I don't have any spells, so
Now,
just farming.
but you are. Let's just see here for a second. Yep, you're just close enough to do it. It's 20 feet, so you just roll a normal to hit.
Yes. So yeah, I've got one of those like chains you put your keys on.
Yes.
It sticks out of my tail. That's the.
All right, tell me what your to hit is.
It's on my ring of keys. Okay, here we go. 23.
It hits him. And how much damage does it do?
It does. Okay.
So let me know first the 1d
8 plus 5.
Yeah, 1d8 plus 5.
Sadly, just a 7.
Okay, but now roll 1d4 for your radiant
Right.
damage and double it.
Okay. Got 8.
Yeah. So what we say? You've done 12 damage total to him.
15.
15 damage total. Great. All right. Great. Okay. What are you doing, Blunt Stonerman? You are on fire.
I turn right before I jump in the water. I turn to Zinkadinka and I tell her, "I saved you, elf. Remember?" And I jump in the water.
She's
Oh, guilt trip much.
Can I catch him before he jumps in and cure wounds him? Is it my turn yet?
well, no, but
No,
I'll
just-
let
I
you
just
have.
start treading water. Ah!
As long as he's treading water, as long as he doesn't sink.
No, I think Blunt Stonerman knows how to swim.
And I don't have much
Okay.
gear, right? I'm just
You've
a robe.
got a robe. That's
Yeah.
all.
I'm just.
All right. The moon dogs now they start to howl. Now, this is what's interesting about the moon dogs howl. All evil creatures have to make a DC 16 saving throw. Let's look at our actions here.
Heart's not evil. Heart's not evil.
I think Zink's going to have to make a DC 16 saving throw, considering that she killed an imp, paralyzed Bart, and ended her time in Sigil as burning him to death. I think Kulker is not on the right side of the law here either, even though he's a very cute dog.
Good boy.
I understand, but you are in Elysium. Now, King Herbert, what did King Herbert do? He called it.
I'm gonna wager that I'm underwater, so I don't know if I'm hearing it. So I don't think it really matters what I've done.
All right, we'll leave King Herbert for now.
Listen, he's a king.
He's
a king. He's above such distinctions.
I need Zink and Kulker to roll a what did I say? It's a charisma, a charisma saving throw.
8.
11.
Both of you fail and are completely terrified. So
I haven't. Wait. I have advantage against being frightened. Does that work?
it does, because it says on a failed save, the target becomes frightened for 1 minute. Advantage means you get to roll again. You're not immune, but you get to roll.
Well, I got an 8 again.
Nope.
So.
No. So you guys.
Wow.
You guys now are just like curled up in balls, just terrified, not moving at all. They have charmed you. Okay. So Zink and Kulker, you're doing nothing. Doc Chainmore has another roll. Could this be the end for him? No. This time he succeeds. So he fights it off. But the way it worked, if you remember,
No, he doesn't fight it off. He has to get 3 consecutive saves.
Well, not consecutive. He has to get 3 saves.
Oh, yeah.
He has 6 tries, and right now he's got 2 fails and 1 save.
Yeah.
So he immediately starts trying to row the boat to the shore. he's in a panic, and he's rolling it towards. Actually, he tries to row the boat away. Yeah. He's trying to row the boat away. I think the boat's stuck on the map, but he's rowing the boat. He's trying to row it away, and he goes 5, 10, 15, 20. He makes it down between the 2 moon dogs. Herb, I'm going to say you were holding on to the boat.
I was going to say so too.
You're able to sort of move with him, and it is now your move, Herb, as this boat starts to run away.
I'm going to. Okay, all right. Let's see. How much of a weight do you think I would need to create an anchor? How much weight do you think?
As it gets away from the waterfall, it gets narrow. So it's probably only about 6 feet deep here, I'd say, the river.
Okay.
You wouldn't need that much weight if you could have it connect with a rock or something.
What I'm going to try to do is tie my rope around my wheel of sear, which is
Oh, the wheel sear is definitely heavy enough.
okay. Great. And then I'm going to, since I've now punctured a nice hole, I'm going to stick my rope in there. I don't know. Can I like put a knot? Am I able to tie a rope to the boat?
I think.
Or I guess I'm holding on to the boat through one of the holes.
Yeah.
I will just hold the rope with the wheel of sear, and I will act as an extension of my rope to keep him chained.
Yes, the current moves the boat very quickly. You're sort of drawn tight with you. I need you to do a strength check, but I'm going to make it easy. All you have to do is get a 10. Just a
You're
strength
like
10.
Captain America in the helicopter.
The
Look,
helicopter
Captain
with the
America
bicep.
style.
Yeah.
I got a 9.
No! You have to let go of something. Do you let go of the boat or do you let go of the anchor?
I'm going to let go of the anchor because I can always come back to this, but I feel it's important for me to follow.
Okay, and he moves a little further down the path, just slightly. He moves a little further down the path with you behind it. Now, the moon dogs run beside it. These two are actually able to get right next to you. Oh, I can move the boat. Yes. Great. So these guys come through the trees right next to you, and this one even leaves Bart, and he comes through the trees right next to you as well. Okay, as they get through, the moon dogs now. Oh, wait, Bart, it's your move. You get to move first.
Okay. All right. So what I want to do is I want to run towards the boat as fast as I can, and then use the light of Bart's heart again. But instead of attacking Tamor, I'm gonna have it hit the boat.
You can't. You threw
Why
it.
not?
You threw it.
No, it comes back, doesn't it?
I don't know. It's not Thor's hammer.
Yeah, it is.
It's just stuck in Doc Chainmore.
It's on the boat. It hit him and fell onto the boat.
That doesn't make sense.
You're the one that threw your fancy radiant hammer.
No, it comes back. I told you I had a chain, like the keys. I just pull it back.
Oh, what chain do you have on this?
It's attached to my tail. I would have had to go with
Your
it.
tail is a sledgehammer. Why would you have a sledgehammer attached to a sledgehammer?
Oh. Well, then crap. I guess I better run after my tail.
Yes.
So I'm going to run as fast as I can and try to dive onto the boat.
You don't make it. It's far away. You make 30 feet. That's as far as you can get.
No, 30 is my walking speed. My walking speed is 35 feet, so double that is my running speed. I have 70.
That's not how it works.
It's exactly how it works.
Well, you could dash. You could dash if you wanted,
Yes.
but then you can't do any move.
Oh, I don't have a move anyway.
Okay.
The damn tail's in the boat.
Yes. All right. So when you
so
dash, you're now running right along the bank, right beside them.
That's right.
All right. All right, Blunt Stonerman, what are you gonna do?
I see where the anchor was lost, and I start swimming in that direction.
With your white point.
And I find the rope, but I am so still in pain that I can't quite pull it up. So I start yelling, "Master!" And I start yelling for Herbert.
Dying in service.
So it's really just become an anchor for you. It's just holding
Yeah.
you from
Just
going
holding
down
me-
the
Hold on, I
curve.
thought
Yes.
I'm the dog here who chases his tail.
So I'm holding on for dear life, but the burned hands and everything is making it very difficult.
Yes, it is.
Ah!
Okay. At this point, the let's see, what are they gonna do here? They both of the dogs now they cast plane shift and they appear inside the boat as well. Two of them
Oh, I
appear
should've done
inside
that.
the boat as well. Let's see here. Pop up. So two of these guys get inside the boat, and then as soon as they're inside the boat, they begin to attack. Wow. They begin to attack Doc Chainmore. They have a +10 on the hit. So one gets a 25 and the other gets an 18. They both get through his 18 armor class. And oh my God. They do 14 damage plus 21 radiant damage, which is doubled, which means that they basically do 100 damage. Doc Chainmore, yes, Doc Chainmore is immediately cast unconscious.
Wow.
Doc,
Good thing I'm good.
yeah. Well, let's see what happens now. So Doc Chainmore is cast unconscious. These two dogs are on the boat with him. And as they're on the boat with him, the boat is still moving, though, down.
But also sinking. And now there's added weight of two moondogs and me.
This is a good point. Are you trying to pull it down?
I'm trying to drown this boat.
Okay. Zinc, you get to roll another chance. See if you can get out of this. Roll a charisma check.
Brutal. Ooh, okay, 23.
That gets you out of it. So you have a move now.
How far away am I from our friend Blunt?
From Blunt? At this point, you are about 35 feet from Blunt.
Can I get to close enough to him to cure wounds?
Oh, no. Yeah, you can get close enough to Blunt to cure wounds. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to get close to Blunt and cure wounds, which is 2d8 plus 3.
So you run past the moondog. As you run past the moondog, it looks at you and you feel a sort of tingle in your mind, like it's reading your action for doing this, and it just lets you run past. And how much do you do to cure
Good dog.
wounds?
2d8 plus 3, so that's 7. No, 4. Wait, I rolled okay, 7. Yes.
Okay. You will come back up a little bit, Blunt Stonerman. Yeah, you come back up a little bit. So next we have Kulker. I need you to roll charisma.
Charisma or charisma saving throw? Actually, it doesn't have the same.
Yeah. You're trying to beat 15.
21.
You succeed to shake off the fear, and you come up, and the dog's looking at you, and you're a golden retriever. I guess you weren't. I guess you were just sort of whining.
Yeah, or was I scared out of, or was I scared out of wild shape?
Were you? You tell me.
I don't know. I don't know how being frightened affects wild shape.
I think this is your call. Were you scared as a dog, or did you become a human?
I think I probably stayed a dog.
Yeah, a very frightened little dog.
Yeah.
What do you do now? What do you do? So you've succeeded. You have an action.
Okay. Now that they are clearly really hostile towards us, as I turn back into a halfling and attack.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
Yes.
I have both my shadow glass daggers and my vicious hand axe.
Okay. Go ahead. You get 2 attacks, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and and you have the bonus action too. Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna attack. Give me roll for both of them and tell me how you do.
Okay, rolled a 25 with the shadow glass daggers.
That gets through.
And a 5 with the hand axe.
And the shadow glass daggers, great. They cut him through. It does no damage. I mean, it does damage. It shows no wounds though. Tell me how bad it is. So 1d4 plus 4.
5.
Okay, you do 5 damage on that guy. All right. Now, the dock is out. Herb, you're on the boat. It's going down. There are 2 dogs in it. It's sinking. It's very low in the water. I would say the edges of it are just about at the waterline.
I don't necessarily want to expose myself. So I'm just going to make my way just behind the boat, but still underwater. So as I'm not being crushed by the boat, but still attached.
Okay. And you're just going to flow with it?
I mean, I'm just going to let my spell scroll do its work and stick around to see if it does anything.
Okay. It keeps flowing downstream. It goes another 30 feet downstream. Bart, what are you going to do?
All right. Well, I'm going to chase the boat and then leap into the air and do a cannon, Bart, into the boat.
Okay. Sure. All right. And you're gonna try to run up to it and then cannonball into the boat itself. That's what you're saying.
Boat itself. That's right.
Okay, great. Why don't you roll a? Do you have an acrobatic check? Why don't you roll an acrobatic check?
I do have an acrobatic check.
Let's see how you do.
All right. Oh, 24.
Yeah, so tell us how you do this sort of cannonball.
All right. Well, I'm going to, because the 2 things that make a good cannonball, and as a chunky guy, I know this. First off, it's the height that you get in the air before you land and the tightness of the ball. Now, of course, I'm going to have to get, knees to chest, but also going to have to wrap the tail around so I'm in the balliest of shapes, so that I can go as high as possible and straight down into the boat to retrieve, the light of Bart's heart.
Oh, you're aiming for your light of Bart's heart warhammer.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need you to roll a damage with the Brittany, because the way you said you wrapped yourself, that is going to hit the boat.
Yeah. All right. All right. So, first one. First attack is that. Second attack.
Right, because once it's activated, it hits it one more time.
I gotta hit it one more time, right?
Yes.
So, 19.
Okay, the boat, as you sort of crash, it seems to just, the 2, Jamin, underneath it, you see that the 2 slashes you had made, the middle just explodes out. And you can see him just sort of crashing through it. And the whole boat almost sort of breaks away and starts to float. Starts to sink. Okay, while this is going on, okay, what are you doing? You've been healed now, Blunt Stonerman.
What was the anchor made of again?
The anchor is a giant metal alloy wheel. It's about a 6 foot tall, 6 foot circumference wheel.
And heavy.
We both
right?
decided to throw our best weapons into
And
the
it lights on fire if you know how to work it.
Okay. Is it possible for me to I see that Kolker has started fighting this dog. Can I grab onto the edge to the edge of the shore and swing what I had hanging me on at the dog that Kolker's fighting?
You're trying to make the sear wheel now a kind of like mace.
Almost like a mace. Yeah, I grab on and then I mace the dog that Kolker has started fighting.
Okay. Let's see how this works. I like where you're going with this. Okay, let me pull it up for a second. see what we've got here. Okay.
I feel like we don't want to fight these dogs.
No, we definitely don't want to fight these dogs. That's a
But he just
terrible
started.
idea.
That's the
Bart
problem.
knows
He just
that.
started fighting the dog, and now it's
So now you gotta finish.
All right. Roll with a +5 to hit and tell me what you do.
all right. Roll with a +5. Got an 8 + 5 is 13.
No, you don't hit it. You are able to successfully fling it up in the air, but it sort of hits one of the trees and knocks several branches and limbs off. It seems very heavy and very powerful.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, I use. Can I then pull myself up onto the shore fully with that with the momentum of it?
yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll give you that. You can sort of come up to the shore. Okay. Now the dogs look at you and they're just sort of shocked. And the two that were on the shore near Seth and Zinc disappear. They go invisible. Meanwhile, the dogs that were on the boat with Doc Chainmore, who's unconscious, Herb and Bart disappear, and you guys plane shift.
Ooh. Bye.
Let's go to Zinc and Coker and Blunt. Two dogs have disappeared or gone around. You can't see them anymore. They've either disappeared or turned invisible. What do you guys do?
Before we plane shifted?
No. So there's two. So we have two different fights going on right now. There's you guys up here
I see.
with these two dogs who have gone invisible, and then there's these guys down here that have the dogs on the boat, and those guys have plane shifted.
I throw more rations
So Zinc, it's your move.
surrounding me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I throw more rations surrounding me, and I sit quietly with my hands in my lap and just stare out into the at the water, and I think lovely thoughts about the dogs
and
about this place.
Culker, what do you do?
So these dogs are invisible now?
Yeah.
I just kind of shake my head in confusion.
You don't do anything.
I'm a human again. Or a halfling again. I'm not a...
You stop being a dog. Become a halfling.
Yeah, I unwild shaped back into halfling. So I'm just sort of confused now. Where did those dogs go?
And what do you do, Blunt Stonerman?
I think I'm not smart enough to see what Zinkadinka is doing, so I walk towards her, and she's my center point. And so what I start doing is I still have this wheel, and I see that she threw rations, so I just start swinging it as if I was doing a hammer throw, hoping to hit whatever is in the radius of that rope.
How long was your rope, Jamin?
Oh, I want to say 50 feet.
Oh
Let me double check.
Gosh.
But I mean, I would take off 5 feet from that to tie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
So 5 feet?
Sorry. Rope, 50 feet.
So you're basically swinging it all around.
Well, I think I would have pulled it in. I would have pulled it into a decent length. So I'm giving myself maybe like a 10-foot radius.
A 10-foot radius. Okay.
Yeah, the rest of it is I've got it under my left arm and I'm swinging with my right. That way.
Okay. Are you swinging clockwise or counterclockwise?
I am swinging counterclockwise.
Okay. So you swing it towards Seth and Culker, and it hits a tree and almost knocks it in two, but it gets halfway around. It doesn't go quite enough to hit it. As it sort of buries itself into the tree, down of you clockwise, two dogs reappear. And in your head, you hear them say, "Are you done?"
I think I let go of the rope because these inner voices are not my quite unintelligent brain is like afraid of what's happening because I don't understand. So I just let go of the rope.
the moon dogs say to you, there can be no evil creatures in Elysium. I will not fight you if I will take these two prime mortals back to the portal and you will exit through it. And you, petitioner, will come with me to Judgment City.
Fine.
One of the dogs goes up and he puts his hand on Blunt Stonerman, his sort of paw hand. And do you have anything to say before you are transported away and into Judgment City?
Thank you, elf. You saved my life.
I shout after him as he's disappearing. I'm unknown.
Thank you. No.
Wow.
So, as you have he's gone. Now the other moon dog goes up to you, Zink and Coker, and says, "Are you coming with us?"
Where are you taking
I'm
going?
taking you to the portal out of Elysium back to Sigil.
Probably not
What
the
were you
best
gonna
idea
do
for
with-
us to leave without our friends.
Their friends are already there. The other moon dogs have brought them there.
Oh,
Can you tell us just real quick what you were doing with Doc Chainmore?
We've noticed that more and more evil aligned creatures are coming here into Elysium. It is our job and the job of the Cardinals to make sure that only good creatures are in Elysium. If we find anyone, we can detect evil, we find them and we expel them. We kick them out. We found this awful person burning the houses, and normally one or two, it's no problem. But can you imagine what would happen if there were hordes of evil creatures in Elysium? The entire alignment of the plane would shift, and heaven would literally become a hell.
And who would explode the sheep?
Exactly. I hear the psionic ability of your friend with the other moon dogs.
Well, I am in alignment with you. Doc Chainmore is an absolutely atrocious person. I'm sure that you have read his mind to know all the horrors that he has inflicted on various worlds outside of this one. So I thank you for getting him out of here, and I will do whatever I can to make sure that he never comes back here again.
Well, and I would think on your own life, Gnome, where you want your afterlife to be. Because I sense evil in you, overtaking your soul. Do you want to live in a place like Elysium, or do you want to live in Gehenna for eternity?
I would prefer somewhere like this, honestly. I know I got some work to do. I got real mad about some things. I'm working on my trust issues right
I
now.
thought Gehenna was a thing from Vampire the Masquerade. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Gehenna is a plane in the Planescape campaign. Oh yes, there are many planes, and there are many good and many evil planes. But we, as
noted.
you move around the great wheel of all the different planes, we are the one that is most good, not lawful, not chaotic, right in the middle. All you have to do is be good to come to Elysium.
Is there anything we can do to make sure that we can come back here again? I mean, it's being good, obviously.
You, halfling, should quit addicting people to Numroot. You are making fortunes off others' misfortune.
Yes.
That is not good.
Okay.
Delicious
And
If you want to come back to Elysium, you should stop that.
I don't intend to die in the first place.
You all must die at some point. And he reaches.
Okay, duly noted.
Right.
He reaches out his dog paw hand and puts it on you. You guys are all transported back to the place where you originally showed up. The shepherds are there with the sheep. And you would also see a boat crashed upon the ground. A almost stone Doc Chainmore who is completely unconscious. Bart and King Herbert are all standing there. Bart has reclaimed his warhammer, and King Herbert has got his boomerang. And the 4 moondogs are around you at these two standing stones of the gates.
Hi, everybody. Let's find some more sheep.
There are sheep all around you.
I don't know.
We're supposed to feed the hungry people, right? Let's go bash some sheep.
Did I lose my wheel of seer?
Yep.
Damn it.
You gave it to Blunt Stonerman.
He threw it into the woods.
No. He took it with him to Judgment City.
Oh, okay. So maybe not all is not lost, but that just hit me.
Maybe
Sorry,
all is not lost. What are you going to do?
Listen, Moondogs, what do you suggest we do? We were brought here because we needed to rest and recover, and then we found that one of our mortal enemies was here trying to ruin your plane, and we just want to do good in this world. What should we do? Tell us what we should
kill
do.
him extra dead now?
No.
Like how do we kill Wheelie Guy, right?
Yet.
He's the bad guy. We need to
Is he
finish him
stone
off.
yet?
We are going to take
He's
him
almost stone.
back to Judgment City, where he should be sent to the afterlife of which he is deserving. If you want to truly do good, find out why people are escaping Judgment City. Normally, it's locked down tight. No petitioner would be able to sneak out. An evil person like this sneaking out before he had been assigned should not happen. Some disorganization exists there that should not exist.
Can
It's
you
probably a secret portal.
can you send us to Judgment
There
City?
are portals all over Judgment City. I can send you to Judgment City. Is that where you'd rather go with this fellow?
Yeah.
I say yes.
Gotta find out how they're getting out.
It's only been about 40 minutes. We still have days to stall.
Yeah, and I don't even know what we're here for in the beginning. So
We're
let's
just here to kill time while good old Alicia did some reconnaissance for us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, look, if we need anything bashed in Judgment City, I'm the guy. Let's do it.
All right.
Do we need to call Blunt back?
The Moondog says, then we will go to Judgment City. Yeah, we should have. Yeah, Blunt Stonerman should be here. But if this was the plan, he would go.
We're going to run into him.
You're going to run into him there. He puts his hands on you and you transport to another place in Elysium. You're no longer in the Principality. You're now in sort of a bustling city. And you can even see sort of gods on the side of the city's on a giant sort of lake. On the side of the lake, throwing huge fishing lines out and bringing up fish that are as tall as buildings and laughing. It looks like an amazing, fun place to get, but they sort of usher you away from all of that and down a little alley where there is a portal and a shining gate. And they say, the way to get through here is simply to think the color red. That is the key to Judgment City.
Wait,
Think
your
the
red or
color
my
red.
red? Because I don't know if you think the same colors that I do.
It's a magical gate, buff elf.
Yeah, but like maybe your red is my blue. I've been eating a lot of pizza and I've had a lot of thoughts.
He looks at you and he says, red, and then pushes you through the gate.
Fair enough.
I am thinking all too well.
As you guys walk through, you transport into Judgment City. I'm gonna put the map. I don't have the map for this just yet, but we will when we come back next time. So I'll put the map here on this image of Sigil. Okay. When you come into Judgment City, what you see instead is you're in a hallway. There's in the middle of the room, there are a bunch of different booths, and there's sort of this large waiting area, and there's hallways going down to all these other rooms. There's benches at the back. In the middle of the room, while you come up, a ox-headed humanoid approaches you and says, more petitioners, come this way. And the ox head drags you up to one of the booths. There's chaos all around you. There's so many petitioners and people going around. There's people with these ox-headed humanoids moving them around. You see these giant centipedes walking around. You see this sort of four-armed and four-legged creature with a bald head wearing all sorts of beads around their neck, moving around. Even some sort of bright golden dragons sort of are swimming. And there's people of every race and creature you could imagine. The ox-headed moves you through all of them to one of the booths. Inside the booth is what can only be described as a panda bear acorn. It is a panda bear with a unicorn growing out of its head. And the panda bear looks at you and says, hello, all right, you're here to be registered for Judgment City. Who's
You've
gonna
got
be
something
first?
on your face.
Oh, what is it? What? Where?
You
got
look
it.
like something that if I rubbed its belly, it would be good luck. So Bart's gonna try to rub its belly.
As he goes through, he goes, okay, I know you're chaotic, good or evil. I'm gonna say chaotic neutral. We got a chaotic neutral. And one of the ox-headed men takes you away and says, okay, come with me, petitioner. I'll take you out to chaotic neutral. And he goes to the you and he says, now you funny man trying to make me think I had something on my face. That seemed pretty evil to me. What I want to know is, are you lawful or chaotic?
Yes.
Okay, chaotic evil over here. Another ox head comes.
I didn't say I'm chaotic.
And says, too late. Once the registrar assigns you, those are the planar judgmentarians you see. Come this way. And he looks.
Can I stop and say, wait?
No time. You see how many busy talks to people process here, Judgment City?
We're not petitioners. We're not dead. We were sent by the moon dogs to help you.
Wait a minute. You're mortals.
Yes.
Stop. Bring it back. We got mortals. Oh my God. The paperwork is I got mortals. And the Gozu Onis, which are the Oxhead guy, says, mortals, why are you in Judgment City? Are you here to testify on the behalf of someone?
We were sent here to find out why there are so many people escaping. We are agents for the Moondogs of Elysium, and we are here to help.
I don't know why they're all escaping. As this is going, you would see an unconscious Doc Chainmore being led down one of the hallways.
Oh, that guy's a dick.
Are you going to testify in his case?
Yeah, he's mean.
Yes.
I don't remember why or what
Yes.
he did, but
Exactly.
he's a bad
All four
guy.
of us.
All right, we have some people to testify with the weird gnome cyborg automaton over there. Oh, I wish you had said you were here to testify from the beginning. And as you see it, there's more and more people. There's not enough of us. Come this way. And he shoves you down this long hallway. You go down a hallway, and you end up going into this room. Inside the room you see two benches on either side with someone behind them, and between the benches is a chair. Doc Chainmore is sort of thrown into the chair. He says, sit here against the wall. There are 4 chairs against the wall. At the end of the room, there is a bench, and in front of it is a giant rectangle of colorful rainbow jelly.
Delicious. I'll eat some.
No.
No, don't
I
eat
think
it.
that's
Don't
the
eat
judge.
chili.
Oh,
Don't eat the
judge is
judge, Bart.
delicious.
While on one side enters a centipede. It's sort of this giant centipede with a sort of human face, except for 6 eyes across its face. And a golden dragon comes in behind you. A golden dragon puts its hand inside Doc Chainmore's head and takes out a sort of golden, a glowing blue ball. It goes to the back and it throws this blue ball up on top of a screen, and Doc Chainmore's memories come to life. From the other door enters one of the frog-headed people you'd seen before, one of the Batizu. And you hear the centipede say, okay, let's get it underway here. What we have here is a chaotic, evil judge. We're going to find out on this judgment which of the chaotic evil planes this petitioner should go to, and how he should, what life form he should be resurrected as. Memories, Tien Lum, and the gold dragon starts to go through some of his memories. You see this abuse of students. You see him killing Duchess Daphne and several others to gain power. You see him making dark deals, not worrying about killing children. And afterwards, the centipede says, as you can see, this is a prime candidate for the chaotic evil world. I think we should give him a very high life form. Maybe bring him back as a demon. Before he decides, the toad-headed guy looks to you and says, I heard we had some witnesses. Anything you'd like to say on behalf, whether he should be given preferential treatment in Tanari, where we're from?
Yeah, I have something to say.
We're here to testify against Doc Chainmore.
I think that he only accomplished all of these bad things because of his because of the extensions that he built on himself. But he, as an actual mortal being, is not powerful and not worthy of such high status in the following plane.
The centipede says, it looks like he did great evil things. Do you, other 4 of you, concur that he is unworthy of great evil?
His inventions did, not himself, though. Separate the man from the work.
Roll a charisma check.
He was but a humble...
Humble what?
I don't know. All right. 17.
Oh, okay. They start nodding, and you see the jelly, the chromatic jelly, start to turn sort of a deep purple.
And Zink, tell him how he was cowardly caught and trapped by yourself at the end of his mortal life. That's no way for a high-powered demon to be.
Oh no, he killed out of a sense of worthlessness, and he spoke against everyone that ever trusted him, anyone that ever tried to be a student. He was killing millions of people and wouldn't listen to anybody. And he cowered in fear when he was put into a dungeon with his own poison. He wouldn't even take his own poison. He's still here, clearly. And he deserves to be the lowest of the lowest, not even worthy of evil. He's a nothing. He deserves to be nothing.
Roll a charisma check.
Sits down.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna get some rations and a dagger and try to spread some of the jelly on my toast.
You're gonna approach
Natural 20.
Wow.
Natural 20
Yes!
plus 1. So I pull him back before he does anything stupid, and
the centipede is trying to argue, but no, he did other good things, and he created great evil.
He was nothing.
And the frog-headed man is saying, yes, nothing.
We all start chanting nothing.
And what do you? He says, and you, halfling, do you have anything to add?
No, he just kind of sucks.
Yes, he does suck.
I will speak. I don't really remember who he is or what he did. Can I have some jelly?
The sentient chromatic jelly judge turns a deep black, and they all go, a mane. And this little person you hadn't even seen, it's like a little ladybug creature, rises up and flies up and says, the great judge has spoken. This creature will become a mane, the lowest life form, a slave for the lowest demons in the abyss. They say, a mane it is. And they take his memories and they say, nice. To the astral plane, and the memories go away. And they take the body, and he is transformed into what looks like a sort of larvae. And this larvae is taken out back by the toad. He says, I'll bring him to the portal to the abyss. And he walks out of the courtroom.
Now that's revenge.
Nice.
Thank
everyone in the courtroom. Thank you for your wonderful judgment on this day. You've chosen wisely.
How do we get out of here?
The Gozu only says, where are you trying to go? Back to Sigil? Or a prime material plane? Or another one of the planes?
We need to make a stopover at the food pantry, actually, Alicia's pantry, just real quick. We left some of our things there when we were preparing to come.
Our portal to Sigil doesn't go to Alicia's pantry. It lets you out in the mortuary.
That's great. We know how to get there from there.
Fantastic.
Is there a plane of skeletons?
The undead?
Just skeletons.
The abyss, as they like to say, the abyss. Anything can be found here. If there's anything you don't like, you'll find it in the abyss.
I want to go smash skeletons.
Oh, well, just follow that toad man, and he's taking the portal to the abyss right now.
Let's go, Toad. Oh, no. Let's go kill some skeletons.
I grab him by the scruff of his collar and pull him to the other portal to go to the mortuary. Skeletons are at the mortuary. Don't worry, Bart. We're gonna find some skeletons at the mortuary. Don't you worry about a thing.
No, I want skeletons.
Oh no.
I have a strength check. I'm going to skeletons.
All right, let's roll a strength check. You go ahead and roll add strength, and then Zeke's gonna roll an add strength, and we'll see who's the strongest.
Oh my god.
Oh no. I rolled a 4, which even is still only a 9, and I have a 21 strength.
Zeke successfully drags you away.
How is this possible?
The Gozu takes you down. There are so many people that you can tell that the people that should be guarding the doorway to Sigil aren't really there. And he says, "What? They should be here. Where are they? To get in here, all you need to do is have a piece of flesh. It can be your own or someone else's. Hold a piece of flesh between your fingers and walk through the gate, and that'll take you to the mortuary."
When I do that in front of people, people get mad, so I don't do it anymore.
I just grab my own, I just sort of pinch my own cheek and walk through.
Oh, Harvey Weinstein, he came through here. He's now in the abyss as well.
We had to
where
remove
he
all the
belongs.
plants.
where he belongs.
I'm gonna hand everyone a little piece of lamb flesh that I have in my bag. Just a little piece.
Perfect.
Just a pureed lamb in your pocket.
Before I step through with the lamb in my hand, I'm going to ask, why aren't these places being guarded? Where is everybody?
Well, it's always a disaster when Gay leaves. He left once a year. He has to go visit the celestial bureaucracy. He left about 2 weeks ago. He's supposed to be back yesterday, but he hasn't returned. And when he's gone, it's never as good when he's not overseeing it all. There's pandemonium everywhere. I don't mean pandemonium the plane. I mean craziness.
Panda!
So-
Like the guy's belly I rubbed. Panda corn.
Can someone go to the celestial plane and bring him back? There's clearly chaos happening, and heaven's going to turn into hell if you guards aren't doing your jobs.
Yes,
by the way.
he has Gozu only protecting him. He should be back anytime. But if you can go to the celestial bureaucracy, they aren't actually in a plane. They are on Sigil.
Okay, so we'll stop at the food pantry and then go to the celestial.
They're next to the Hall
Your
of Records.
world doesn't make any sense. Okay, great. Thank you for.
Well, of course, you couldn't be on the planes. How could we have the celestial bureaucracy on the planes? Then they would be, they'd be corrupted.
I suppose you're right. I take the lamb flesh and I stuff through the thing.
As you guys walk through, you come into the mortuary, and as soon as you arrive in the mortuary, this plane, let's go here. Let me move you here. This plane actually comes out in this portal. It was one of the hallways off the side. You're in this sort of portal in this room, and the hallway leads down away from it. I take it you walk down the hallway?
Yep.
You walk
Yes.
into a room where it looked like there were chains where sort of prisoners would be held, and there are skeletons and zombies everywhere.
Yeah!
And that's where we're going to end.
All right.
Skeletons!
We'll pick up next
Amazing.
week with the skeleton zombie apocalypse.
Oh, what a happy day!
Skeletons on parade.
See you next week.
Amazing.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.